The first time anyone noticed something strange about Adrian Vale was the day he was born. Most babies cry, some sleep, some open their eyes wide. But Adrian simply stared, silent, calm, almost expressionless. Nurses made funny faces, his mother tickled his tiny feet, his father lifted him and cooed. But the baby never smiled. At first everyone thought it was just a phase. Babies develop differently. Give him time, but time passed. 1 year, 2, 5, 10. Adrian Vale never smiled. Doctors ran tests. Psychologists examined him. Specialists tried to understand why he seemed incapable of joy. But Adrian wasn't cold. He wasn't cruel. He simply didn't react. He was calm, quiet, brilliant, and empty. By 32, Adrian Vale was the youngest CEO of Vale Global Holdings, a corporation worth billions. His sharp mind and emotionless decisions made him legendary. Employees whispered about him. He's a machine. He doesn't feel anything. I've worked here 5 years, and I've never seen him smile. Meetings with Adrian were terrifying. His voice calm, his face still. No excitement, anger, or laughter. Just cold focus. People respected him. People feared him, but no one truly knew him. What they didn't know was that Adrian himself noticed the emptiness. He saw people laugh, celebrate, fall in love. But he felt none of it. Late at night in his glass office, he would stare at his reflection and wonder, what does happiness feel like? But the next morning, he would put on his suit and become the untouchable CEO again. Until the day everything changed. Her name was Lily Carter. She was 28, a single mother, raising her 6-year-old son. Noah life had never been kind to Lily. Her husband left when Noah was a baby. Rent was late, bills piled up. Still, Lily had something Adrian never had. Warmth. She smiled easily. She spoke kindly to everyone. Even when life was unfair, she stayed strong for her son. When she got a job as a maid at Vale Global's residence, a place where executive stagey felt like life was finally giving her a chance. The pay wasn't amazing, but it was stable, and stability meant everything. Her schedule was brutal. Woke at 5 a.m., prepared Noah, dropped him off, worked long hours, then rushed home to cook and help with homework. Sleep became a luxury, but Lily never complained, till one exhausting night changed everything. It was almost midnight when Adrian Vale unexpectedly returned after a late business flight. The building was quiet. Most staff had gone home. Adrian noticed something unusual. Cleaning carts stood outside the door. He frowned slightly. Someone had forgotten to clock out. Adrian pushed open the restroom door and froze. Inside, sitting on the closed toilet seat, still holding a cleaning cloth, was Lily Carter, fast asleep. Her head leaned against the tiled wall. Dark circles rested under her eyes, her uniform wrinkled, hands rough. She must have been cleaning, simply collapsed from exhaustion. Adrian stood there silently. He should have woken her, should have told security. But instead he found himself staring. Something about the scene felt strangely human. For the first time in years, Adrian truly looked at someone. He noticed the small photograph peeking from Lily's pocket. A little boy smiling brightly. He noticed the exhaustion in her posture, the quiet strength written across her face, even in sleep. And suddenly something strange happened. His lips twitched. Very slightly, it felt unfamiliar, like a muscle he had never used before. Then slowly, Adrian Vale smiled. The first smile of his entire life. Not a forced smile. Not a polite business expression. A real one. Soft, warm, almost surprised. He didn't understand why. But something about this exhausted single mother sleeping in a restroom made his chest feel lighter. He quietly took off his expensive suit jacket and gently draped it over her shoulders. Then he walked away. The next morning, Lily woke up in panic. Oh no. She realized she had fallen asleep. That could mean instant termination. But what confused her most was the warm suit jacket covering her. A very expensive suit jacket. Later that day, she was called to the CEO's office. Her heart nearly stopped. She expected to be fired. Instead, when she nervously entered, Adrian Vale looked up from his desk. His face returned to its usual calm expression. But inside, something had changed. "Miss Carter," he said quietly, "why were you working so late?" Lily hesitated. Then she answered honestly, I needed the overtime. My son and I were struggling. Adrian studied her. Then he said something that shocked her. You will no longer work night shifts. Lily blinked in confusion. But sir, I need the money. You'll keep the same pay, Adrian interrupted calmly. You'll work fewer hours. She stared at him. Why? Adrian paused. Even he didn't fully understand. But he remembered the tired woman asleep on the toilet. Something inside him refused to allow that again, because he said simply, people shouldn't have to collapse to survive. From that day forward, Lily's life slowly changed. Adrian found reasons to keep her working near his office. At first it was practical things, cleaning schedules, staff coordination, and small conversations. How's your son? Did he enjoy school today? How old is he now? Lily answered politely, always surprised that the world's coldest CEO seemed oddly interested in her ordinary life. But what she didn't know was that Adrian was learning something he had never experienced: warmth. One afternoon, Noah visited the building because Lily couldn't find childcare. The boy wandered into Adrian's office by accident. Instead of fear, Noah simply looked up and asked, "Why do you look so serious all the time?" Adrian blinked. No adult had ever asked him that, but a 6-year-old had. I don't know, Adrian admitted. Noah grinned. My mom says smiling makes life easier. Adrian looked at the boy. Then, slowly, he smiled again. The staff nearly fainted when they saw it. Within months, the emotionless CEO began changing. He listened more. He laughed quietly sometimes. And everyone knew why. The single mom Maid. But the biggest change wasn't in Adrian. It was in Lily. For the first time in years, someone noticed her struggles. Someone cared. One evening on the building rooftop, Adrian finally spoke the truth. I've lived 32 years without smiling, he said. Somehow, you changed that. Lily looked at him gently. Maybe you just needed someone real in your life. Adrian nodded slowly. Then he said something no one expected from the powerful CEO. Lily, I think I've fallen in love with you. She stared at him, stunned. But when she looked at his face, she saw the smile. The one the world had waited 32 years to see, and she realized something beautiful. Even the coldest hearts can warm when someone kind walks into their life. Years later, when reporters asked Adrian Vale the secret behind his transformation, he simply smiled and said, "The day I found my happiness." She was asleep on a toilet after working too hard, and standing beside him was Lily and Noah, the family that taught a man who never smiled how to live.